Welcome back to the Crypto's Key conversation, man. I'm feeling pretty taxed this week so far, but I definitely wanted to come in here and cover some of these topics that I've been seeing here. Going to start with this one from Alex Cobb. It says, "If you're selling XRP here, don't come back complaining when you miss the run to $10. Obviously, that $10 been that big psychological number that people have been talking about. Currently, as he screenshot over that 50 cents. We've been speculating and talking about it on this channel, man. XRP is going to be massive. I mean, we'll just leave it at that. I wanted to touch on this. I'm not going to play the video, but Stuart Adirati's responding to Wall Street Journal here. It says Gary Gensler bids to match the losing legal record of Lynn Keynes, FTC. Stuart Adirati says lawyers should never again be told don't poke the bear, since it seems that is the only way to stop these unelected bureaucrats from pushing their failed political agendas. DAI says, never forget, good old Jim Cramer told you all to sit down and shut up, even compared XRP to Enron, which he and his Wall Street buddies pumped all the way to the end, by the way. The traditional media are a huge part of the reason the corruption became a problem and continues in this country. They run cover for them. I mean, yeah. We've talked about it, and it's crazy. It's like I've learned more about that side of it in, now formerly known as Twitter, but it's X. And being a part of the community, you really learn, to really open your eyes to the bigger picture of things, man. There are no coincidences, for the most part. Continuing on here, JD says, stop bowing down to transient regulators. Fight back if you can. Kudos to Ripple and its two executives sued individually for the sole purpose of intimidation for not settling like the SEC assumed. Straight up. And we talked about the SEC, over-regulation by enforcement, trying to bully the smaller players, people that can't fight back. And now you have companies, Coinbase, obviously Ripple, Binance fighting back. And then you have other players within the industry that are fighting back, Custodia Bank and more. Bearable Bull. What's always excited me about XRP is the potential of tapping into the derivatives markets. Cross-border settlement is big. Derivatives are massive. There is a real possibility XRP dominates both of these use cases. This is what I'm here for. And he shows like a super bullish chart with a rocket, right? So they're talking about derivatives being in the quadrillions, right? Quadrillions? Obviously, I forgot what the, is it ISDA? Forgot what it was called, but obviously we know that Ripple's tapping in. It's showtime, man. They're literally just putting the pieces together and slowly letting that I guess you could say drip out of we'll say the dam, if you will. They're holding back all that water, all that energy, all that potential, right? And they're just slowly kind of trickling it out, man. It's crazy. The floodgates are gonna be open soon, man. It's crazy. And I'm not saying soon. It could be a year or two plus. I mean, who knows? We waited long enough. JD's responding. Eleanor Terry says, SEC has delayed BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF decision. Anyone really think Gary Gensler wasn't going to delay for the sake of delay? Obviously, we know that that's his tactic. It's been his tactic, especially when it comes to him getting worked in court. Look right here. Bitcoin Magazine. Just in, SEC delays BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF. Just in, SEC delays Fidelity and VanEck spot Bitcoin ETF. I mean, are we surprised? Breaking, SEC delays decision on Wisdom Tree, Valkyrie, and Invesco spot Bitcoin ETF applications. Come on now. There's, in my opinion, they already have it planned out when they're going to do it. It's already known, especially because BlackRock's in it. You don't think Larry Fink's on the phone with this man? Hey, yo, check this out. You're going to have to handle this at this time on this day. I don't care how you do it, but you're going to do it. And you're going to make sure that we're one of the front runners. This is my opinion. I'm just saying that. And that was me acting as if I was Larry Fink talking to Chairman Gensler there. Moving on. DAI is responding to this financial service GOP says Chairman Gensler, SEC whiffs again. From an assault of digital assets to the climate disclosure rule to a private funds overhaul, Chair Gensler agenda exceeds its statutory authority. Now the courts are waking up to his unlawful actions. Gary's a political weapon sent because he is a psychopath, a sociopath who isn't swayed emotionally. That's why he's useful to his puppet masters. I'm sure he'll be compensated generously for stalling American progress and ignoring the outrage he has created by design. I mean, that is such a solid solid. What do we call it? A post? It's not a tweet anymore. DAI. I mean, really hit on the head there. It's shameful, man. But American progress. Let's just go down to a smaller level, very, very, very small level. The people that he's supposed to be set out to protect, the everyday people, us. I mean, you dropped the lawsuit. The lawsuit's dropped December 2020, just days before Christmas, right? How many families were literally devastated from it? And then let alone almost a 3-year court battle. All the scrutiny and negativity coming from other members within the community. And it's all, man, it really is all by design, man. Literally. It's just shameful. We're going to get ours, though. We're due. I'm going to end on this one. It says Bitcoin Magazine says, just saying, Swiss bank SEBA gets approval to launch Bitcoin and crypto services in Hong Kong. JD says, meanwhile, in the United States, an appellate court found that SEC's conduct regarding Bitcoin arbitrary and capricious, going so far as to say its position on BTC is incoherent. The SEC position on Bitcoin is so irresponsible, most commentators can't rule out Gary Gensler attempting to revoke permission for all Bitcoin futures ETFs. Yeah, that's crazy. He's trying to retract. Oh, let me back up. That's because they're using that as a defense in court. They're using it against Chairman Gensler and SEC. Well, you can't, there's no distinguishment between a futures and a spot. Like, if you can approve a futures, why can't you approve a spot, right? That's one of the big arguments. And now they're like, okay, well, maybe we'll just revoke it all. Okay, come on, man. Continues, the U.S. is so anti-crypto, appellate judges in the Grayscale case asked during oral argument whether the commission would reconsider its position related to its futures ETF. I mean, this is crazy. There's going to be more to come, man. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Obviously, we're going to get through the weekend. I'll probably come up and make a video or two this weekend, and then we'll get into next week and see what's up. Quickly coming over here, we're currently sitting at a $1.09 trillion market cap. Bitcoin sitting at 26,000. Ethereum sitting at 1652. And then XRP sitting at 51 cents. Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at a 40. We're in that fear range. Hey, either way, man, it's showtime in my opinion. It's just, we're just slowly going to trickle or climb our way up, get out of this darkness, and we get some, some regulatory clarity, some more, I guess we could say some sort of framework for the crypto industry, more adoption. Then you get spot Bitcoin ETF, and then you got all these billions and billions and billions of dollars and hedge funds and so much capital coming in because we have a spot Bitcoin ETF. And then what do you think's going to happen with all that capital? It's going to trickle down into the rest of the digital assets, man. It's going to be exciting. I hope you guys are all doing solid out there. Make sure you come to the Crypto is Key Conversations YouTube channel. Follow us on x.com at CryptoIsKey1. I really appreciate your support out there. With all that being said, stay strong out there and be safe.